Claressa Shields thinks the reason why there is negativity surrounding her with a married man is because Pap didn't level up with an Instagram baddie. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Claressa Shields. Surprise, surprise. AKA Pap's mistress. AKA Pap's entanglement. AKA Pap's pick me. AKA Pap's side chick. Or as Chris Cyborg would say, it is duck hunting season. I don't think at this point that you can pay Claressa or Pap enough money for them to shut up about Remy Ma forever. I don't think you can do it. If you said, listen, here's a check. Don't talk about Remy ever again. Don't try to dress like her. Don't try to copy anything she's ever said or done in her illustrious career. They would not be able to do it. They would not be able to do it because Claressa, as long as Pap is still legally married to Remy, as long as he's still pillow talking to you, complaining about Remy, still talking about Easy the Black Captain, even though that is long over. All of these things y'all keep regurgitating. Y'all not gonna let this go. But then you want to say in the same breath, you don't understand why the internet is dragging y'all every day. And the fact of the matter is, we won't have to drag y'all every day if y'all stop bringing us the BS every day. If y'all stop bringing us the foolishness today. So what are we doing today, right? What are we doing in this video? There was a clip that dropped from It's On Site that I wanted to break down because, like I said, all of this is going to get clipped farm all weekend. It is, because there was a lot of embarrassing things in this interview, and we got to break down this clip where Claressa is in the land of Delulu. That the reason why there is so much scrutiny is because Pap did not move on, quote unquote move on, even though you would need to be legally divorced and legally single, technically, to move on. That because he is not with an Instagram baddie worth of 2,000 followers, that is why there's so much negativity towards Claressa and Pap. Let's take a watch and listen.
People make this be a big thing when it was like, she's over there living her happy life. We're over here living our happy life. Our happy lives never were intertwined.
Wasn't Remy and Pap living a happy life when you decided to be in her DMs, asking for styling advice and stalking where Remy was at and what she was watching and what she was doing, calling her sis, wishing her happy birthday, and all of the things? You keep trying to, invent more lies, make up more lies to cover up the last lie. And I always say the cover up is worse than the crime. Like now we're just lying on top of lying to lie some more. Let's continue.
Never. So it's like when I hear this stuff, I think that women who try to come from me, they're mad that he didn't stay there and deal with it.
Claressa, your married man, Pap, was sleeping on Remy's couch the entire alleged 6 months that y'all were doing all this texting and sleeping on the phone together. You know, the absolute bare minimum that a married man can do while he is sleeping at his wife's house. You make it seem like Pap's moved out, got his own place, divorce proceedings were about to wrap up, and there's about to be a divorce decree. Except where that was not the case. Except where it was already exposed. There was a dinner with Fat Joe and others and things like that the night before all SHIT hit the fan. And this is after the Easy the Black Captain situation was on exposed. Pap still wanted Remy. And they allegedly went to marriage counseling, according to Pap, if you believe him. So he ultimately still wanted his wife. You don't know those inner workings, Claressa, because you want to believe a married man. You want to believe that you did not play yourself and embarrass yourself. So you are going to publicly regurgitate Pap's lies, even though I think at this point you have to know deep down he played in your face. Let's continue.
That's the only thing. He moved on with somebody, like you said. He's older than me. I'm younger. I'm top of my game. Got my own money. I look good. My body look good. That's the problem. He was supposed to downgrade. He's supposed to go to like some Instagram model who got like 2,000 followers and do that. He ain't supposed to be able to bag the greatest.
Do you see Cam Newton's face? He's like, listen, look at here. I got a basketball team full of kids, but all my baby mamas are at the top of the line. You know what I'm saying? Whether one used to be a stripper, whether one used to be this or that. Don't you hate on these Instagram baddies out here? Don't you do it? But Claressa, this is a dumb take. This is a dumb take all the way around, top, bottom, back and forth, side to side, in and out. You think because you are younger that means that's going to be something that is going to keep Pap around, when easily he can trade you in for someone even younger than you. Or he can divorce his wife for real that he's closer in age to. Why won't he be legally single and be married to you if y'all supposedly are the love of each other's lives? Why is it that he does not have any tats of you and you are the goofy with a tat of him? Why won't he cover up Remy's tat on his arm? Why won't he delete all of those posts about him and Remy? Why won't he finalize this divorce with Remy, or are there no active divorce proceedings once Remy discovered this wanted half? Let's continue.
That's the problem to me. That's the problem. Because it's like, I ain't never done none of y'all. All I did was be in a happy relationship.
But this simply isn't true. This simply isn't true. Claressa, you're upset that the general public is not accepted of you and Pap's adulterous affair. That the general public is not going to go up for a mistress that is out here trying to become famous off of Remy's husband. That is where you have missed the mark and have lost the plot and didn't understand the assignment. Y'all should have laid low. And by laid low, I mean no Breakfast Club interviews, no Tamron Hall interviews, no showing up as dates at the BET Awards and all of the sort and all the things. At least Lotto, even though I still drag her up and throw here for having the audacity to have a baby by a married man and getting tattoos and all this nonsense by a married man that you can't even show his face in a music video, you can't even be out in public with, at least have the sense to not publicly be out here and about with someone else's husband that obviously does not want to be divorced from his wife. There was no arranged marriage because ultimately y'all had kids. Why did you need to have 2 kids with an arranged marriage? And if it was an arranged marriage, you could have been divorced if it was that serious. At least Lotto knows, hey, I'm not going to be out here in public with this married man because I know it's not a good look. I know it's not a good look. We were not careful. We got carried away and we got a baby into this. I got to continue to play my position as a side chick. I got to continue to take the back seat. Claressa, you refused to take a back seat. You wanted to insert yourself in Pap and Remy's marriage. And now, because there is no divorce decree, there is no finalized divorce, this is going to continue to be a topic of conversation until there is one. So you played yourself by thinking and believing a lying, broke married man that things were over with him and Remy when he wouldn't even leave Remy's house. Make it make sense? Let's continue.
I try to avoid this conversation here about mentioning the ex. I'm trying to swivel and swerve because it's like, what I'm talking about you for? We're not going to fight.
But you love talking about Remy and those DMs and those text messages that you were sending to Nigeria and the text messages that you send to your family hoping to start hate trains against Remy Ma. That is your favorite topic of conversation. It is you that is always going back and forth with the people in the comments about Remy. Not nobody else. This is all on you. You're the one that is obsessed with Remy. You're the one that has Remy Ma on your mood board. You're the one that keeps trying to look like Remy, talk like Remy, act like Remy, and all the things. And you have her leftovers. You have the husband that she got rid of that won't get rid of her. Your beef needs to be with the married man that still wants Remy Ma. That is what this is all about. And if Remy doesn't want him, he's not going to let go. That needs to be your issue. But you keep doing this whataboutism stuff with Remy, and it's gonna get both of y'all dragged pretty soon. Let's continue.
That's not my lane. You do what you do, I do what I do. I try to stay over here in my lane, but it seems like people like this whole making it seem like, oh, it's an intertwine, it's a drama, when it's not. It's me and Pap. That's it.
There's a narrative that says you broke up a happy home.
And I just told you that never happened. Mm-hmm. Because she has grown, and it's nothing. I let them run with that narrative because what they tell us as celebrities, don't respond to it, don't say nothing, don't talk about it. And I had a movie coming out around that time. My biopic, The Fire Inside. Everybody was like, Claressa, this is too big of a moment. My movie came out Christmas Day and was in theaters for 3 months. I'm not about to try to explain to nobody that what she did before I even met him and how she was with this dude and all this stuff, trying to defend that, trying to defend me and him being together when me and him know the truth. Mm-hmm. And those who really are stand-up people accept the truth and know it. Yeah. It's a timeline between that stuff.
First of all, The Fire Inside cost $12 million to make, and till this day has only made $8 million. So, in other words, the movie is a flop. The movie couldn't even break even, Claressa Shields. And perhaps the expose of you and a married man hurt those moviegoers from attending, because they basically were like, why would we platform a mistress? But see, a smart person that is, you know what I'm saying, realizing at some point that you are going back and forth with a married man that does not want to leave his wife's house, that you probably should exit stage left. And then if you were still being delulu about said married man that did not want to go anywhere with you in public because he still wanted to keep you in the mistress position, should have exited stage left. Or when Remy Ma did all of those lives exposing both you and Pap, but primarily Pap, you should have exited stage left. You should have realized and recognized that Pap was never going to be good for your career. Yes, you're in the blogs, but you're in the blogs for all of the wrong reasons. Yes, you are on the Shade Room and on the Neighborhood Talk and it's on site and all of the things, but it's for all of the wrong reasons. You were being trolled. You were being drug up and through here. You were being used for engagement. You were being used for clicks and views because they know it is going to bring over your supporters that are going to be 10 toes down, but it is going to bring over the people who are going to be like, how much longer do we got to see this mistress and this married man on our screens? Let's continue.
Why you think he knocked Buddy out? That was back in 2021, 2022. I ain't know Pap. I met him 2024, July 6th to be exact. So it wasn't a happy home to break up.
What's the holdup?
Divorce they've been to court and everything. Oh. Divorce doesn't happen overnight. They talking about, I don't know how long they was married, 16 something plus years. That's a lot of stuff to divide and figure
Yeah.
out, and it's a kid involved. So it's not something that's like,
Have you had a relationship with the child?
no.
Okay, so that's completely separate.
But this is a kid, though.
Yeah.
It's the kid. I don't think people should involve kids in grown folks' business.
Okay.
That's how I was raised. But whenever that time comes and they both decide, hey, it's time for her to do whatever, that's what happened. But I got my own kids.
You keep trying to push this false narrative that it's Remy that cheated on Pap first, and I'm here to tell you that that's a lie. That's a lie. And you know that it's a lie. You know that it is. But what y'all wanted to do, what y'all grandmaster plan was, let's get out there Remy and Easy the Black Captain, because Pap already knew that Remy was done with him. But he wanted to sit back and play the victim, and he still wanted to sleep on Remy's couch because he still wanted his wife back, even after her being with Easy the Black Captain. You know why? Because he's done all types of foul SHIT to her. He has cheated on her, alleged ABUSE allegations. He's done a whole lot of things to her. And he knows deep down that there's nobody, not even you, Claressa, that is a bigger bag than Remy Ma. That is a bigger come up than Remy Ma. That is a bigger celebrity that he would ever get than Remy Ma. And that's the real reason there's no divorce. It's not about them being married 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years. It don't matter. If you want a divorce finalized, if you want that thing expedited, it can happen. You're talking about properties. What properties? Is that another lie from Pap that he's trying to claim Remy's properties as his own? Because it doesn't look like that's where he stays at when he's in New York. It looks like he's either at his mom's house or at an efficiency apartment. It's giving Marcy projects when Pap goes home. No shade, but I'm just saying. Like, it's not giving what he thinks that it's giving. But it is a very telltale sign that you still have not met once the golden child in a couple of years since this has been exposed. Which tells me Pap is not serious about you, that Remy is not going to let you anywhere near the golden child. And your antics and your behavior and all the things is not a safe or a healthy environment to have around a child. And you're already saying that you're already a mother because you want to claim your sister's kids that you have a falling out with every other day. No. Let's continue.
Do you guys stay together?
I would say it's like half and half. He got his place from New York. I have my place in Atlanta. But we're together all the time. Like, he's on his way here now.
Okay. And juggling the relationship, having not just being public figures, having children.
We having a baby next year. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, we having a baby next year.
Hey.
Cam Newton is in disbelief because ultimately Cam Newton has never been married. But Cam has been out here in these streets, you know what I'm saying, cheating on various women, right? Playing in their faces and creating other families with these other women. And even he is flabbergasted that you want to bring a child into this situation with Pap and Remy, that there is no divorce decree that exists. And again, you're saying the opposite of what Pap said on that Vlad TV interview. When DJ Vlad asked Pap if y'all live together. He said H-E-double-L, no. When he asked if there was going to be a ring on Claressa Shields' finger, if y'all were engaged or about to be engaged, he said absolutely not. So you're trying to make it seem, Claressa, that y'all seeing each other all this time. Y'all trying to make it seem like y'all not living together. Y'all don't really see each other like that. But when's the last time Pap seen the golden child? Because if he's not there, he's definitely not in New York. Or if he's in New York, he's not seeing the Golden Child, because the Golden Child, it's bring your daughter to work day every day for Remy Ma. You know what I'm saying? Until school's back in session, the Golden Child and Remy Ma is everywhere. She was at Angie Martinez's barbecue. She was at the rehearsal for Put 'Em On music video, even made a clean version of the song and all this and all of that. Where's Pap? Where is the daddy? You know what I mean? So you're trying to downplay this to make it seem like y'all not really together, but y'all always together, Claressa. Because Pap has nowhere else to go. Pap has nowhere else to go. And those flights back and forth start to add up unless you're footing the bill for everything. Because again, what is Pap's job? What is he doing for a living? You even said that he decided to get himself involved with all things boxing, and you didn't find that suspicious? It's one thing to be ringside with his wife Remy for several years. It's another for him to all of a sudden insert himself as what he calls himself, a quote-unquote liaison. Basically a promoter of sorts, and bringing Salida Promotions and Win Records together. And all he has to do is just make sure he shows up to all the lights, camera, and action events to look like he is doing something. Even you said, you even tweeted, you don't know what Pap does for Win Records. But you want to swear on everything that this man is not taking your shmoney or not making shmoney off of you. You want that to be the narrative so bad, but everybody sees the play clear as day but you. Because you want to continue to ride this out for as long as possible to prove a point. And the point that keeps getting proven is that man don't like you. And that man is continuing to play in your face because he ain't got nowhere else to go. There's not another come up that is going to want to deal with this nonsense, and his wife does not want him back. Y'all have been way too disrespectful. You act like you don't talk about Remy when that's all y'all talk about is Remy. Remy warned y'all, if y'all keep throwing her name out there, she's going to drag y'all. She's going to unload the clip. She's going to expose all the tea. And y'all keep going and going and going like an Energizer bunny. Just obsessed with Remy. Because y'all know deep down, if y'all truly let go of Remy, the people are going to let go of you. They're not putting Remy with y'all. Y'all are putting yourselves with Remy by intentionally putting stuff out when Remy's got stuff happening. If Remy's going to announce a new single tonight at midnight, here you come. If Remy's got a performance tomorrow with Angie Martinez at the barbecue, here you come with something. If Remy is going to be performing at Rick Ross is going to be a special guest for her concert, here you go, trying to drop a photo shoot. If Remy does an interview with somebody, here you come with an interview or an announcement or something. Because you have your notifications on one of your burner accounts for all things Remy, all Remy updates. So it is y'all that have this obsession with Remy. It's the both of y'all. Because it is Pap that is lying still on Remy and blaming everything on Remy when it's really his fault. But he does not want you to know that. So he's going to lie to you. This is what happens with the married man that chooses this lifestyle. This is what happens. They lie to the mistress and complain about the wife, only to not really want to be done with the wife when it is all said and done. But they say that to keep you, the mistress Claressa, around. So at what point are you going to wake up and realize that this is not going to change and that nothing in the past couple of years for you has changed? Pap has not returned even half of the same energy that you were doing for him in these interviews and these, all of these things, these social media posts about him, all of the things. You treat that man like he's the prize when you're supposed to be the prize. But again, since you're the mistress, that's not how a man is going to treat a mistress. He's never going to treat a mistress like a prize. But ultimately, Claressa feels that she has all the answers, that she knows Pap better than anybody, as if Remy has not had multiple decades married to this man and knows what he's capable of and knows how he really moves, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But let Claressa tell it, after an alleged couple of years, she's all of a sudden an expert. No. So that is it for this edition of Claressa saying the darnest things. You guys, I need y'all to do me the biggest favor. I need y'all to do y'all biggest one, and that is to hype the video. Hype the video, please. Hype the video like you never hyped a video before in your life. There is that. That is it. That is all. Es todo es final. Es finito. Es on the road. Es on the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post a content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.